So I haven't actually sat down to do this just yet, but today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Int Easy Towa, give her her own, viewing, showcase, etc. I think that Int Easy Towa is actually a very, very good character that I've been using in a lot of different showcases, but I want to see what her personal full potential could be. Now, in Towa, hit radius goes actually okay. DB Heroes, 4 key and 150% to stats. I'll take it. Super attack effect, she does raise attack for the turn, cause an Oxy does immense damage, I believe. Lowers attack, and then she also seals super attack, which is very interesting that she does immense damage for some reason. Let me actually double check that by bringing up a translation here. But that is pretty cool that she actually does do immense. I mean, sure, I'll take it. So she gets 180% attack and defense. She gives all allies key through and 40% attack and defense. And then she has a high chance to give attack plus 10% and another separate high chance to give defense 10%. That's just extra, slots. So if you get both of those high chances to proc, she would give 3 key and 50% to stats, which is really good. But sometimes, let's say the attack could proc and not the defense, or vice versa. So when you're above 50% HP, this is the good part of her kit for sure. Like the really, really good part. She has a high chance to dodge. She needs that really badly, and I think that is such a helpful ability to add to her. And then if she's under 50% HP, she gives you a once only full heal. Extreme class allies also get a 60% attack and defense buff, which is insane. And that's pretty much it for that turn. Then she also builds 40% attack and defense up per dodge, done up to 120%, and that is permanent. So right here, we're going to have her linked up with this new free-to-play Towa. They actually do share all 7 links, which is really, really nice for her. Demonic Power, Solid Support, Battlefield Diva, Master Magic, Thirst for Conquest, Scientist, and then Shattering Limit. It's a ton of links from defense, from these links, right? Or a ton of defense from these links, right? Let's put her with this Hearts. She goes down to 214k. But then she has some really good links, like, again, Demonic Power here. I think this is Scientist, gives 20% defense, right? Thirst for Conquest here. This, not that one. Shattering Limit gives 5% defense. Thirst for Conquest gives 15% attack and defense, right? So, all of these links do give quite a lot to her. And then this Esther Towa, I also need to get her fully link leveled. But she is a support unit if you have a full Dragon Ball Heroes category rotation, right? So that's really good. And if you have, no, actually, yeah. So in turn, she gets 20% attack and defense if there's 3 or more extreme class allies this Towa, which we do obviously have. This is a full team. So that's going to be good. She's basically providing a total of actually 1 key and 30% stats since we have the full heroes team. And that gives the extra support buff, right? I mean, usually you're going to be running the full heroes team anyways. So Towa got 1 dodge right there. She's already at a 7.4 million attack stat as a 40/50% support unit. That's not bad, like, considering that she still has 80% multiplicative stats to go ahead and build up from her passive. That's really interesting so far. Okay. Now, I do want to mention, difficult content, she will probably look a lot different. And the reason for that is because it's kind of a thing where it's like, well, I don't know, because we're not really going to run this free-to-play Towa in difficult content, I'm assuming. I'm not sure how good she would be in some of this difficult stages, but at the end of the day, she's a character that has a 30% chance to dodge and not like a 50% chance to dodge. Maybe next year, it could be an interesting rotation if she gets a high chance to dodge as the second or third attack in the turn. I would like that quite a bit. She's also orb changing, which is really interesting too, for like Dark King Fu, for example. But yeah, we'll see. Again, this free-to-play Towa does have potential, but again, today we're going to be looking at the obviously, I forgot the word I was going to say. We're looking at the new Towa EZA, which she's good, but again, I'll do a separate video for her. Okay, the free-to-play one. There's so many Towas now. I honestly in this game, it's kind of crazy. All right, so we have Dark King Fu, who could give us the extra support, which I think we'll be able to get here. Yeah, I could grab these and still get the support, I think. Or actually, this is one I want to grab, right? Because that's 5 over there. Alright, so now Towa is at 549k defense starting off here. with the 50% chance to dodge. I wouldn't say that's necessarily... Okay, you're not dodging at all. Great, that's sweet. 9.5 mil, okay. And then, again, she has 40% stats she's still missing. The only thing I would say that I would really like about this free-to-play Towa is if she did have a defense raise on her super attack effect. She only raises attack for the turn, which is very unfortunate for her. I think if she also raised defense for the turn, that would obviously make things quite a bit better for this Inch Towa, but it also does suck that she didn't dodge at all, like an absolute loser, man. Are you kidding me? We could have seen a really good rotation there, but no, we just did not want that to happen. So yeah, I'm gonna skip to the next rotation. At this point, like the Rosés, they're kind of just doing their thing, and then we'll get back here once we get the Towas. Really funny, most of the characters last turn didn't even have any like super attack psychic damage, this guy, except for hearts, which is interesting. Okay, so we're 500k without Dark King Fu. Can you dodge here, Towa? That'd be awesome. Nice, okay, we got the dodge. Now her full passive's here. So she's doing 10 mil with just the free-to-play Towa support, which I think is like a fine average. Again, I think her stats will be a lot lower now that we won't have, like, if we don't have some of these links active, which I will show. Right? Like, let's say we take away some of the links, but then we'll argue that, okay, we'll instead have, like, Dark King Fu on rotation, right? So that could be fine. Oh, this is actually a normal super attack and not a blast. I thought that would have been considered a blast, but I guess it's magic, so it's kind of different, is what I'm presuming, like, their idea behind that is. I'll grab that, so we'll grab this, and then we can get Fu supports, and then bam, now you super attack. So that's helpful. That is very helpful in terms of key, but yeah, okay, now we'll finally see, I guess we're going to get that same rotation that I wanted to see, but this time with her fully built up, which will be really, really good. Yeah, and we could also potentially get the heal, I guess, right? It depends. If Hearts, like, takes, like, a 300k normal from this Oceanus, you know, sure, but I don't know if that's really going to happen. We're having Hearts, like, as a floating unit. Hearts will provide 50% support, though, basically the same as Dark King Fu, so that's why I said basically the same situation, right? Because at the end of the day, it'll be the same kind of thing. It seems like we did get supered, I'm assuming, but obviously Rosé was still able to eat that pretty relatively well because Oceanus doesn't hit that hard, right? All right, so here we are. So again, let's say we don't have her with all these extra links. She's still at 480k, which I think could be fine, right? It could be better, but it's like I'll take that for sure. But then here she has 724k defense. That is quite good, I think. What is the free-to-play Towa at? 250k? You know, honestly, the free-to-play Towa, not even link level 10, she's getting like 150% attack defense when attacking. So she actually shoots up to about 600k defense, huh? It's actually not too bad. Again, 30% chance to dodge is a little finicky, but give her an easy A with easy A stats next year. And then make her... What if she also had a 50% raise of defense on her super attack effect? And then she's like reaching like... like Flanio's like 1,000,000 defense range with the... Let's say they do increase that to a high chance to dodge. That could be interesting for that Towa. And, well, keep in mind this Towa does have free-to-play stats. Not free-to-play stats. She's getting all these links that you may not really usually get active here. Which is, I think, fine. Is there a way it could, like, take damage next turn? We could see maybe where the super attack is next turn. And then we could put the characters... Oh, no, I don't think there's a way that could happen. The Rosés are just healing way too much, yeah. They are healing quite too much for us to really... think about that. Does Dark King Fu have demonic power? He does. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to show next turn, but again, I'm going to put Dark King Fu next to her in terms of defense, so we could see maybe her defense does still crack 500k even with just Dark King Fu's links, right? So right here, she will have just demonic power. Yeah, right under 400k. Okay. I think this is good. We saw basically everything we needed from this Towa in terms of like just pushing her to the max. And, you know, I think in some difficult content, you could probably run this as a rotation. Unfortunately, mine is only 79%, so she could get some extra stats theoretically. An extra 1k defense, I think, in total, which would help out, but not the like worst thing to miss out on, I'd say. But let me know what you guys think about this Towa free to play. I almost said free to play. The EZA character from this year. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.